Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, I'm Spirit Medium Laura, your host of this radio show. I've been channeling spirit for over 30 years and recently was chosen for the 2014 book, 100 Top Psychics in America. Here's how to LOVE love your readings on this radio show. L is for let spirit lead. O is for only one question or connection per caller. V is for validate all advice of a licensed professional. And E is for enjoy the show. Stay tuned for additional announcements.
Hi, everybody. I think that means I'm supposed to talk now, right? Hi, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura. How you doing today? How's everybody? It's a very exciting and gloomy afternoon here in Southeast Florida with a very violent thunderstorm going on outside, which is always very nice. I kind of like that, especially since I live in the Sun Belt, so most of the time it's blazing hot and sunny. It's a nice relief from all that. I hope everybody where you are is safe and sound and happy, and in good weather, or if not good weather, at least atmospheric weather. This is the radio show Healing to Happiness, and as the name suggests, healing is the focus of the show, as well as our road to having a happy life. For the first 30 minutes or so, I will be doing mediumship or other side connections. And for the remainder of the show, I will be doing life messages, healing, and mediumship. And also today, very interestingly enough, I have actually had 2 people in a row call in that want me to answer some questions about paranormal activity, either in their house or in their life or what have you. I don't get that every show, so that's kind of an interesting coincidence. Paranormal activity. I'm going to be putting that more in the mediumship section of the show. One of the things I've gotten involved with recently is moving more into healing. Okay, I am a gifted medical intuitive, and I also do energy healing, and I feel that that is the best use of my psychic skills. In other words, even if I do a reading for you, straight reading or a life question or a mediumship or what have you, everything is a healing focus to it. But in any event, long story short, I've decided to get into more of a focus of that kind of work. So I offer you an ideal weight consultation, which will allow you to get a medical intuitive look-see at your body, and energy healing of any spiritual and physical problems, psychological, spiritual, and or physical, and then I will talk to you. I'm a certified lean health coach. I will talk to you about practical ways to solve your problem as well. So it's going to be a true mind, body, soul kind of session revolving around the issue of ideal weight for ideal health. And when you think about it, geez, this hit me the other day like a block of wood over my head. Most of the diseases that we have in the world, degenerative diseases, are due to improper nutrition, and also the symptom is having more weight on your body. So this is a very big issue. It's a rising issue for people around the globe, particularly those in the United States or more industrialized countries where obesity is becoming an epidemic, and now named a disease by the AMA, American Medical Association. So in any event, I'm offering you a 25% off an ideal weight session with me. Just go to the website for this show, which is spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. And everything else I'm about to say is also on that website, spiritmediumtv.com. And you can also watch a live video feed of me there today and all the time when I do the show. Today, I'm dressed a little bit more glamorously, so that might be a real bait to get you to see the show there. The schedule for the show is Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I am thinking of I think I'll add or maybe replace one of these shows with more of a medical intuitive for ideal weight, ideal health. I'm thinking of doing that. We'll see what happens with that. And I'm really excited about all that, so that's why I'm talking about it. If you'd like to be in the queue to get readings, call area code 347-945-5849. That's area code 347-945-5849. Okay, a couple of other interesting announcements. If you would like to win a psychic session with me, all you need to do is join the mailing list at spiritmediumtv.com. And August is coming to a close. You're only competing with those people that joined during the month you joined the mailing list. So you're not competing with everybody that I have on my mailing list. You have a good chance to win. So go to spiritmediumtv.com to win a psychic session if you're not on my mailing list yet. If you would like to get 25% off your private session with me, just go to booklaura.com, and the event code would be radio show and the date of the show. And I will honor and add to you a third more time to your session, to what you paid, which is the equivalent of 25% off. So get 25% off by entering the event code, radio show, and the date. Go to booklaura.com. If you would like to jump to the top of the queue for this radio show, as I can never get to everybody waiting, and today seems like it's going to be pretty busy, I have a donation process called the 8 No Wait. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. You do it at spiritmediumtv.com. I'm so hungry, and I just ate. I don't know what's going on with me. Okay, I have some interesting events coming up. If you'd like to attend a full-day class on your life purpose, it will be online and live in person as well. I do a monthly trance circle. Just go to spiritmediumtv.com, and somewhere down towards the middle of the page, you'll see a link to my meetup, and you can RSVP there. So I'd like everybody listening to prepare for your readings, for your sessions. If you would be so kind as to make yourself comfortable. If you've got any extraneous noise, a radio show, or you're around people, now is a great time to resituate yourself in a quiet location. And as you sit back, I'd like you to uncross your arms and legs and start to breathe from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to get very relaxed, feeling really good about yourself, feeling divinely blessed and divinely appointed. If you are wanting an other side connection, I would like you now to ask for your loved ones to come in today. You can even say hello to them yourself. If you are wanting an answer to a life question, including those paranormal issues that are out there in listening land right now, simply ask your guides, your divine beings, that you receive an answer to your question today. And as you continue to do this, breathing abdominally, I'm going to invoke the prayer. You do what I just said. I'll be right back. Now back to everybody listening. If you would be so kind as to take a deep breath in, and now on your exhale, I would like you to imagine you're sending your energy out, and I will connect all of us. One moment, please. Okay. So the main message I get for the whole group as I connect with all of you is a lot of creativity of members of the listening audience today, a lot of sacral coral color in the energy. Also, I do know there's somebody out there who has a life question about love, so that sacral color also means something about love and sexuality. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go now into a channeling message for the group, and then I will go to the lines. One moment, please. I took a little longer today than usual. Good. Okay, so let me call in the master messengers today. Hold on. We are here. We are the guardian angels, a conglomerate group of souls for everyone that is listening. We have all heard your prayers. Each and every one of us is working with each and every one of you. We are able to talk to you as a group consciousness in this moment now. We are here to address each and every one of you with the following message of love, of health, and of well-being. There are many on earth that achieve a state of what we would call toxicity. Toxicity of the heart, toxicity of the soul, toxicity of the brain, toxicity of the body. Toxicity simply means holding that which is not healthy or healing within your form, your energetic form, your spiritual form, your physical form. All things are related, as we need to remind you. There is no separation between all of those contexts within you. You are a conglomeration of several different bodies: physical, mental, spiritual, emotional. Toxicity is when you are no longer working in a harmonious way with your divine plan for this lifetime. We are going to give you a way to release toxins from your soul, your body, and everything about you. And if you do this almost on a daily basis, you will find that your life will flow better. You will find that you will breathe easier. You will be calmer, and things will come to you more smoothly. We'd like each of you listening to uncross your arms and legs. We would like you to breathe again from the abdominal area. We would like you, as you breathe in, imagine that there's a soul energy that is coming in through your solar plexus or your stomach area. Breathe that soul presence into you now, filling up your lungs with light and love. And now on exhale, imagine that anything that is toxic within your body, mind, or soul is being expelled from your form, from your soul body, your mind body, and your physical body. Do this again. Imagine that there's a beautiful divine white light in front of you. Breathe it in to your solar plexus on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And see it filling your lungs with white light. And on exhale, imagine that you are releasing any toxicity that exists within your body, mind, or soul. You may do this often or any time you feel upset about anything. It is best to do this in threes at a time. We will do the third one now. Imagine again there is a beautiful white light in front of you. Breathe it in through your solar plexus on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. See your lungs filling with white light. And on exhale, removing any toxicity you hold within your mind, body, or soul. Namaste. We will now allow Spirit Medium Laura to go back to the show. Okay. Gee, I feel better from that. I hope you all do. Okay, so I'm going to go to the first person that called in, which is T, who's wanting an other side connection today. One moment, please. Hello, T. How are you, darling?
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm good, love. I feel a mother figure for you. Okay, I felt that before, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet, divine, loving presence. She's kind of cute. She's real cute, whoever this is. She's more in the shorter height realm, carrying extra weight on her. She's got medium to shorter hair, salt and pepper, very energetic. A little bit flat, carrying extra weight on her body. It shows in her body, shows in her face even a little bit. She's got a little bit of a longer nose, a little bit round in the bridge area, down to a little bit smaller in the nostril area, a longish kind of nose. And she reminds me of somebody who's more Mediterranean looking than more Anglo-Saxon or WASP looking. The hair color original looks like it's in the darker realm. Do you understand this, please, for anyone that you might know?
Yes.
Okay, let me just continue to develop it a bit. Now, I also feel that she might have had high blood sugar issues, which means she might have been pre-diabetic or had diabetes. Do you understand this for the figure you're thinking of? Okay, good. She loved to cook. She's very domestic, was, liked to clean, take care of the house, in everybody's business. And I think you might have a brother, or I see somebody in the home growing up that she goes into, it's a boy, her son or something, she goes into his bedroom and she would get into his business, and he never liked that very much. Like if she would go in to clean his room, she'd really clean his room, and he would say, Ma, stop that. I don't know if you can remember this or not, but this is one of the things she's showing me. Because she, being the mother, felt she was allowed to invade her children's privacy. So there's no barrier between her and her children. And there's nothing bad about that. It's only good. It's just pure love. She never felt different or separate. She felt connected to her children as one. She says that you are one of her children. Now, are you directly her child, honey, or is there a generation removed between the two of you?
I'm her granddaughter.
Okay. Well, she raised you too. Okay. And she looks at you like her daughter also. So she's like a really fun, very sweet, loving person who, she put, like if she wanted to wash your face, she's the kind of person to put a little spit on a napkin and then rub your face to wash it off. Because she's just, her spit is your spit. She doesn't see a difference. She's that kind of warm, loving person. Her heart comes out to you today. She gives you warm, loving thoughts, warm, loving attention today to heal your own heart and soul. She says you're very upset about something in your own life. It's a personal loss that you've had lately that you just don't seem to be able to move forward from, like a broken record keeps going round and round and round and round. And she says, come on, let go of it because I'm hurting from it. Back to that theme of her feeling your feelings, or her feeling so connected to her family. She just can't seem to move forward from your loss. She wants you to let go of that. She says it's not good for your health anymore. Now, do you know what the heck she's talking about? Because I'm just the messenger. Does this make sense to you, T?
Yeah.
Okay. She says, come on already. Let go of this loss. You're going to regain new strength, new outlook soon. She says, enough mourning and loss and grieving. You will find someone new who cares more about you than he did. So there must be some love thing going on here. Is that what it is, love?
Yeah.
Yeah. She says, you're going to be just fine. She says, the only reason that you keep replaying it like a broken record is because you're still processing it. And you haven't really started to take action to find someone new. She says, if you just take that little step, she says, you're going to find that this will all be behind you and you will be involved with somebody new. So don't worry about a thing, my dear. And she also says, take care of your health. I don't know if it's related to that or not. Hold on. What do you mean, Grammy? About her health. Oh, just to take care of your health in general. She says, I just mean it as a loving statement. Nothing wrong with your health, T, other than the fact that you, in general, tend to compulse about things a little more than she feels comfortable with. She says you tend to be very serious and, hold on to things and, chew them up. And, she's like real different than that personality-wise. She's the kind of person who, really in the now kind of person, takes care of things around the house in the moment, doesn't think too much about things or hold on to them much. Very loving and caring grandma. Let me see if there's anything else she wants to say. Is there anything else, Grammy? No, just that I want you to take care of your health and get going on your life soon. She says, life's not waiting for you. You've got to get going and catch that train before the train leaves the station. So there's something, you being looking towards the past. Now she wants you to move towards the future. Okay, T? I hope that makes sense to you, love.
It does. Thank you.
All right, honey. Thank you so much for calling in. God bless. Okay, I'm going to go to some of those paranormal people unless I see somebody else who wants an afterlife connection. Let me see. Oh, there is somebody here, Vince. Okay, I'm going to go to you, Vince. Now, there are some people who definitely want other side connections, and I'm going to do a couple of those paranormal things as well. Vince, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Vince?
I'm not doing too well.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, honey. Let me see if I can make a vibrational connection with you. Hold on, Vince. It's 310. Okay. Hold on. Health. You have health issues of your own. Spirit is telling me you're not able to get over. Oh.
Yeah.
This is taking you down a lot, and I feel that you've lost some friends. Some friends from this. Let me see here. Who wants to come in? Oh, Lord of mercy. A lot of energy. There seems to be somebody who's more in a peer relationship to you that is in spirit and might be a lover or a friend, someone like that. There's also, when I go around your aura, there's a mother figure. Of course, there's always grandmas, but there's a mother figure. When I went into that area, I got hit with energy very strong. There's just something there in the peer energy group. It's not really resonating just now. Hold on. That's a little bit more quiet. The one that really hit was the mother. Now, is your mother in spirit, honey?
No, she's still alive.
Okay. Well, then there's a mother figure there for you. Let me just see here what we got here. Wait a minute. Let me just see something. Am I misinterpreting that? Okay, I keep hearing friend. Is there somebody more in your age group or more of a friend category, peer relationship to you that's in spirit, honey?
I'm trying to think if there is.
No, and you would know, honey, right away. I don't need you to spend. Yeah, don't worry about it, honey. There are some people like that, but we'll let that go. I just want, just whatever's really there. Okay, hold on. And then what about a friend that's more than a friend? Somebody in your age group? No? Like a lover or friend like that? No?
There was a real strong lover in my life who I still think about every day, but she's not in spirit, but her mother is.
Oh, that could be the mother figure. Because when I went up there, I got such a charge of energy. Okay, and I also hear a name that's Carol. Okay, so I'm getting a few different things. I'm not getting much in the father end of things right now. Let me just go into you. You're the one that needs some healing. Okay, what do you want me to do with this? Where do you want me to go?
Well, I've got a lot of issues. In a very short time, I demolished my car, so I had to get another one. I was fired from my job, and on top of that, they raised my rent to $200. And with my wife's illness, we had no choice but to move to New York. I'm looking for a job right now. My wife is very sick; she can no longer work. I'm out of work, and on top of that, unemployment denied me because of what my last employer told them. And so I had a hearing yesterday over the phone.
Okay, hold on for a second. Why are you asking for an other side connection? Why?
I thought maybe the spirit might pick up something, in that realm.
Okay.
In that line.
Another side connection means I'm going to look for your deceased loved ones. That's what I'm doing.
Oh,
it's an evidential train. What you really have is a life question, and I want you to, instead of tell me everything, because I have a lot of other people waiting, sweetie, just give me one question, and I will honor that for you, my dear. So just please try to be succinct, no background. Just give me the question.
Okay. So my two-part question is this: if I'm going to win my appeal and I'll get my unemployment, and if there's a job coming for me anytime soon.
No. All right. Hold on. You will win the appeal. but it won't be as much money as you're hoping for. Second part,
Okay.
job coming soon, yes or no? This is for Vince, moving back to New York. Okay, the message is you have to get more clear on what you really want from life before you can have a job. Now, you and I have spoken before. I believe your real love is to more be a writer and a screenwriter, but you keep taking other jobs.
Yeah.
Okay, but you keep taking a lot of jobs that are really just to pay your bills. I know you need to do that, okay? But what they want you to do is to take inventory of who you are, do a little house cleaning in your mind of who you really are, what you really want, and come up with a plan for the whole thing, not just to get a job. And once you decide what you really want, and I know this is hard for you to swallow when I'm giving you an awful lot of information in a very short time, so it will be recorded so you can play this back. They want your guides, want you to look at what you really want, which is to be a creative genius. That's what you really want. And that's what you really are. And then make a plan to go in that direction. And when you do, the day-to-day bill-paying job will be there. But they don't want you to forget your dreams because your dreams will power your luck.
Okay.
Okay? And so the answer is yes, after you do what you've just been told to do. Okay, Vince?
Okay.
All right, love. Thank you so much, honey.
Thank you,
honey. Bye-bye. Okay, I was wondering if that was the Vince I know, because that's not a very common name. Okay, it's just that he never called in for an other side connection. Okay, I'm going to go to Melissa, who hopefully does want a real other side connection. Melissa, honey, are you waiting for another side connection in truth? Okay, good. There is a mother figure here for you, okay? And she's a very loving, sweet, kind, gentle person. Now, are you outside? There's a lot of noise on the line.
I just had a pan on.
Okay.
I turned it off.
Okay, thank you, love. Okay, the mother figure, I need to develop that a little bit. I believe I've spoken with you before. Isn't that correct, honey?
Yeah.
Okay, mother. Okay, let me see what I get with this mother figure for you. Loving, sweet, gentle soul, mother figure. She's the one that had the yellow roses the other day. Is this the same mother? No?
No.
Okay, let me just go then.
No.
Hold on. Mother figure for Melissa, please. There's also a pet in spirit that goes with her. There's a few other people around her. It's not just your mother. There's a few other souls that are in spirit. One of them feels like a father energy or father figure to you. And there's other people in the family, like some cousins or things like that. There is one person in the family who has short-lived time on Earth that also appears before me. I want one of you, please, souls, to step forward for Melissa. The one that is most energetic and the one that she would like to speak with most, please. Father. Okay, today we're going to go more in the father direction then. Okay. And so what I see before me is a person who is more of an easygoing temperament, a kind, loving father figure. It looks a little bit like he has a extra weight in his stomach area, you know, the midsection area. He's very, very fine person, high moral values. But also something that's very important seems to be this attitude of being easygoing, deliberate in what he does, moral kind of figure, or a person that a lot of people wish they could have a father like this. Not very complicated, stand-up sort of guy. When he gave you a handshake, you know it was his. You know he was honest, nice, firm handshake, and not too complicated about things. He has moral fiber to him, black or white, yes or no, and he has a sense of what's right and wrong. He says that you're very much like him. You take after him a lot in terms of this kind of response or attitude towards life. I'm going to try to give you something physical about him, other than the stomach, the extra weight. Hold on. I don't see average height and build in general. Slender, except for the stomach area. Okay. Okay. Good sense of humor. You want to tell me something about your health, sir? Okay. The heart problems. The heart problem there. Okay. There's also some bowel issues and or stomach issues. Okay. That's not as important, though. I think it's the heart. I don't know really. I don't want to make a supposition, but I get something to do with the lower part of the abdomen area is troubling to me. As if there's something going on, you could have had either colon cancer, prostate cancer, or something else there. But there's heart. There's that. Is there anything else you want to show me, sir? Oh, and he says something very interesting, Melissa. He says, I'm very humbled by this experience to be coming in this way. Now, there's something more to that, meaning that, to be picked up and to be explained this way is very interesting for him. Now, do you know who this is, honey, from what I'm saying? Or do you need more information?
That's my dad.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I took care of him.
Oh, well, he loves you very much. I think he has brown hair when he was on Earth, or that's his original color. He doesn't show his balding, and I don't know if he's just choosing to show me an earlier part of life, but what he shows me is a thick head of brown hair, a little bit unruly on the top of the head. You remember that, Dad's hair, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Very kind person, a very sweet, gentle soul, like you. And he thanks you so much for everything you've done for him. There was an interesting thing, though, that I just want to highlight here, besides him coming through, which is always a miracle, right, everybody? It's always a miracle, is that he's saying that he's humbled by this experience of talking through a medium, which is kind of funny. He says, I didn't expect to get through. I didn't expect to be able to be heard, and I didn't know that this could really happen. He says, I'm really happy here in the spirit world. Yes, everybody here I communicate with, but to have a pipeline back to you, Melissa, and Earth through a medium's mouth, to him is kind of an exceptional experience. He says he wasn't into any of this stuff when he was on Earth at all, obviously. But anyway, he loves you very much. He says, take care of yourself and the little ones. I think you have a child, at least one or two. He says he looks in on them from time to time as well. They're grandchildren to him. There's also a little bit of a night light or something near the bed of one of the children. You have young children, honey?
No.
Do you have Do you have grandchildren?
I have grandchildren. I have two.
Two of them. Okay, that's the two. Okay, and that he looks in on them from time to time. It actually shows me next to in the bedroom where the grandchildren are. There's like a little bit away from one of the beds is a night lamp that's on the wall. Kind of interesting. There's a bed. It's a twin bed. It's a little boy, I think, sleeps in that bed. And like about 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 feet away from the right side of that bed is a night lamp, is what he's showing me. One of those things that goes into the wall. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but that's what he's showing me. Do you know that location?
No, because I moved to Hawaii. I haven't been there yet.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you can ask your daughter or your son or whoever it is about that, because he's going in and saying goodnight to the grandchildren in that bedroom. Kind of interesting. Actually, this is kind of cool, Melissa. He's saying that one of them actually kind of senses spirit and knows he's there. So this is something I want you to ask. You have a grandson, right?
No, 2 daughters.
Yeah.
Daughters.
Okay. One of them, the older one, then, is the one that's seeing spirit. I see a kid that's anywhere from 6 to 8. Is that how old your granddaughter is?
She'll be 6.
Oh, okay. That's
in February.
All right. That's the one I see. That's the older one, right?
Right.
Yeah. I think she's not like wondering if, I think she kind of feels a presence in the room. Is she a daughter of your daughter?
My son.
Your son's daughter? Okay. See, I combined all the two. That's the son. I thought it was a grandson. So and then she's a daughter. So it's all kind of mixed up and scrambled there. So let's clear that. That's your son's daughter. The older one is seeing spirit. See if they know anything about that. Now, they're in Hawaii or you're in Hawaii?
My son's in Hawaii.
Oh, what a nice gig that is. Wow. Hawaii is an interesting place for psychic stuff because literally it's a vortex. It may make the kid even a little more psychic. That's interesting. But when you have a chance, ask your son if your granddaughter is sensing any presence has spoken about it. He may say he doesn't even know, but what your father is saying in spirit is that this is so. So he's telling me that he had a heart attack, and that's really the thing that took his life at the end. Can you please confirm that? Yes or no?
Yeah, that's what. Yep.
Yeah, but there were other things wrong with him as well. He wants you to know he was removed of his misery because it was going to be a long road out otherwise if it didn't happen suddenly like that. So he's saying that it was sort of a sudden transition, not a long, well, there was an illness there, but it wasn't in the heart area. There was another part of his body, showed me his bowels. Okay, so something in the lower extremity there, lower abdomen area that was also wrong with him. I might have had prostate cancer or something. Are you aware of that, please?
No, I'm not aware of that one.
Okay.
He had Alzheimer's. I shouldn't have told you. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. I see something in the lower abdominal area that also was going on. So you may not have been aware of it. It may not even been diagnosed. But there are other things wrong with him. Alzheimer's, you just told me. Other things wrong with him that would have made a longer exit from Earth than what he had. And he's happy that he left quickly or suddenly with that heart attack. I mean, there are other illnesses going on. But he's happy for that because actually it was better than him clinging to life and hanging on. He loves you very much. He's got a personal message for you. Let me see what it is. He wants you to take care of your health. You're not doing enough for your own self these days to take care of your own health and what's going on in your own life. He says he wants you to focus in on yourself now and not the family as much. So I guess that it must mean you sort of was very dedicated outward, and he wants you to focus in on yourself more. Now with this new vacuum in your life or new opening in your life, you'll have more time for yourself. And there's something about healing yourself. Does that make any sense about the healing, honey? Because I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
Okay. So heal yourself, focus on yourself, take care of yourself, my beautiful, loving daughter. I love you so much. And he says goodbye with that. Okay, honey?
Okay.
All right, love. Thank you very much, honey. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go to some paranormal people. Okay, we're going to go to Juana, who was the first person that called in with one of those issues, which I find very interesting. Okay, Juana, so I don't want you to tell me a lot, okay? I just want you to ask a question about it. That will help trigger me into the answer. So give me an answer.
Okay.
Give me a question. Don't give me background. Go ahead, love.
Okay, well, the question is, do you feel anything paranormal going on in my home?
Okay, let's go to that. That's a great question. That's exactly what I need you to do. Paranormal in Juana's home, yes or no? The air feels very stifling in the house. I could say that right off the bat. And for some reason or other, I am smelling something. It's interesting. Let me just see something. I don't usually get psychic perception through smelling, but do you ever smell something that smells to me like baking or baked goods?
Oh, that's so funny. I was talking about that the other day. Yeah, that was in my home back in 2003. I used to wake up maybe like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I smelled somebody baking in my house. And I thought I smelled it the other day.
Perfect.
And I know who Betty is.
You know who's what? Wait a minute. You know who Betty is? Did I say Betty?
No, I know who that. No, that is.
Okay. You know who that person is. Okay. Yeah. So, but see now.
I guess you feel around me.
All right. So what this means is the smell of the baking is that the fact you could confirm it means you do have paranormal activity in your house. But it's not a bad soul. It's a loving soul.
I know.
Okay, but I
feel that.
Yeah. So what you could do is just relax. Don't worry too much about it. But what they're showing me is an interesting way to handle this. Is I don't know why they're telling me this, but to get a candle, one of those scented like apple pie or some kind of baked goods smelling candle, and burn it in your house from time to time, asking for that soul to leave. By filling your house with that smell of the candle, it will relieve that soul. I don't know how or why, but they're telling me it replaces the soul and sends the soul off. It also, if you'd like right now, I can do what's called a soul retrieval and send the soul to the light. Would you like me to do that?
Okay, you know what? No, not yet, no.
Okay. You want to have some last?
No,
What?
yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Okay, that baking that we were talking about, that was years ago that I smelled it. But I thought I smelled it the other night, but it could have been something I had in my crock pot because I thought I smelled something.
Well, I smell
something.
food. I smell food, and what I'm trying to say is, even though that's not currently what's happening, that's your validation that something is happening. Now, because your question was, do I have paranormal activity? I smell baked goods. So whoever it was that was giving you the baked goods in the house is saying, yes, there's paranormal activity in your house. It doesn't have to be that soul. I'm sorry for the confusion. Now, what to do about it is another matter. Now, let's see if it's benign or not benign. Hold on one second, please. Is this a good soul or a bad soul? Are you out to hurt Juana, or are you just here to be with her? It's a young person that lived in the house before, doesn't want to get out right now, sticks around. There's something about this soul being malnourished or not eating right before he left. And he was sending me the smell of the baked goods to let me know it was him. So I used the smell of food to associate with him and to associate with his problem. His problem was he was malnourished and not cared for properly. That's an interesting idea. So now, do you know anything about the history of the house you're in, honey?
No, all I know was a foreclosure, and it was built in 2005.
Yeah, there's a young person that seems to be hanging around. What do you think the soul is? Have you gotten any messages from the soul?
No, I up until recently, I didn't think I had any activity in my house, but the other day, should I tell you what happened? Let me tell you what happened.
Well, no, I just need to get some answers first before you tell me anything else. So what I'm getting is, and then you can tell me what you want to say. What I'm getting is it's a younger boy that was in the house and was not fed properly, malnourishment. So not treated well, malnourished. The smell of that food, the baked goods, was coming from him to allow us to know he's around, the presence is there. So the more recent smelling of baked goods is from this particular soul who is not in the light. So I'm going to send that soul into the light, and then we could talk about whatever else you want to bring up. Okay, so let me just say, you will be, okay, so I'm going to send him into the light. Okay, that was a young person, very young. Okay, he wanted to let us know that he was there and was mistreated. Kind of like, you ever see that movie Sixth Sense, when the kids are hanging around? Kids are hanging around because they were mistreated or beaten or whatever. This kid was like starving and was hurt, mistreated. A number of things were going on in that house, and that child seems to have been hanging around soul-wise. Now, let's go to what you're asking about. What happened in your house, honey? What happened there, honey?
Well, my dog, he gets separation anxiety, and he's been, using the bathroom in the house. So my husband said, well, let's put him in the kennel, and we did. We put the kennel in the dining room. He's hardly ever in. I forgot I had the kennel, and we put him in there. Put a towel in there. That was on a Tuesday. He did fine. On Wednesday, when I left for work that morning, I threw a treat in the kennel, put him in there, locked it. When my husband came home, I called, I said, let Casey out. And he did. And he, put him back in. So when I got home from work, I was.
Excuse me? I can't hear you, Juana, all of a sudden. Oh. Yeah, all of a sudden you went dead. Go ahead, honey. When I think it was about the kennel and the dog, and you took him out. The last thing was taking him out.
Yeah, well, can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead, honey.
Okay. Well, when I went to let him out, I noticed that my throw rug that sits in front of the back door was inside his kennel. And I'm thinking, why did my husband put this rug in the kennel? So if he did an accident, it would have been on the rug. So when he got home, I said, why'd you put the rug in the kennel? He said, I thought you put it in there. I was like, no. When I get left, I said, why would I put the rug in the kennel? He said, I thought, so we don't know how the rug got in the kennel.
I don't know. That's a bizarre, because souls, it takes an awful lot of energy for a soul to move something physical. I mean, I can't say I won't say they can't, but it takes an awful lot of energy. Hold on one second, please. I would say the only paranormal activity I can really say is from a younger boy who I already mentioned to you and gave you the smell of something cooking in the house, baking in the house. Now, did that soul do this also? And why would he have done that with the... Yeah. So what I think is that could the dog have gotten in and out of the kennel on its own, honey? Does it know how to...
No, because he was in there locked when I came home.
He was locked.
Yeah, it was locked. When I came home, he was in there sitting on top of the rug.
Oh, I have no idea. And I think that the soul that was in the house, a younger boy, might have been attracted to play with the dog. I just don't see how the rug got in there right now. Can't see it, honey. Yeah. And it's really hard for me to read on things that they go into the realm of superstition or I can't be evidential about this other than what I said. What I mean by evidential is if I smell something baking and you can validate you smell that also, that is validation. That's evidence. So yes, you have paranormal activity in the house. The most recent one was a boy who was malnourished and lived there. I don't know what happened with the dog other than I see the boy playing with the dog, but I don't see how the rug got in there. See? So I can't see that. And I don't know. So I won't say anything about the dog, but I will say I did see something in the house and it was validated by you. And that's the best I can do for you right now. And I've done something with sending that soul to the light. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, love. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I try to keep it as real as possible. I know that sounds bizarre. I mean, how can anybody keep psychic work real? But without lending some level of evidence to the work, it loses, in my opinion, any credibility whatsoever. So I always look for that. I always look to keep it as evidential as possible. I'm always trying to do that for everybody's sake that's listening and everybody's sake that ever wants to go to a psychic. Always look for evidence. You know, it's nice to say all this woo-woo stuff, but if you don't bring in evidence, it has no value whatsoever. I also want to remind everybody that if you'd like a private session with me, if you're a listener of the show, just go to booklaura.com. That's booklaura.com and get 25% off if you put in the event code radio show and the date of this show when you place your order. As well, if you'd like to be in to win, join our mailing list. That's at spiritmediumtv.com, spiritmediumtv.com, and you will be in the monthly contest to win a private psychic session with me, an evidential psychic session with me. Okay, I'm going to go to somebody else who thinks she's got some paranormal activity. This would be our paranormal activity show, and that would be as Lena, honey.
Yes.
Thank you, honey, for waiting so patiently. So I want you again to start this session with a question, please. Question.
Why is the spirit messing with just me and not my fiance?
Oh, okay. First of all, I'm going to go to another question silently. 1 second, please. Yes, there's a jealousy there. Okay, there is a soul who's attracting to you. And I feel there's a jealousy there. Let me just see who this is. She's very, I'm going to check you to see something about you. You're not out of whack. Okay, I was just checking to see if you had any imbalances emotionally, spiritually, energetically, and you don't. Are you aware of that, honey, that you don't have any imbalances?
No.
Do you?
I kind of figured because my mom, she actually does psychic work, and I guess she taught me quite a bit.
Well, what I mean by that,
I figured I'd be balanced.
Yeah, what I mean by that is you're not emotionally unbalanced. You're a very grounded, well-rounded person. I don't mean fat. I just mean you're very balanced, okay? The reason I'm saying that is I have to check to see why the soul's attached to you. And one of the first things as a medium and a psychic we look for is like attracts like vibrationally. So I want to see what was going on with you, and you're pretty balanced, okay? And so that's what I meant by that. Now, next part of this is I'm going to see if I can. What I get is this girl wants to scratch your eyes out, and there's a jealousy there of you with your fiance. Okay? And if that be.
Oh, I believe it. She already pulled my hair.
Yeah, and she wants to scratch your eyes out and other things like that. And it's a jealousy. But why would he have a woman in spirit who's jealous of him? I don't want you to answer this. I want to see what I can come up with. Again, trying to see if you can validate. 1 second, please. Why are you there? I love him too. He broke my heart. Oi, are you there? Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. Okay. He broke my heart. Okay, he broke my heart. This man broke your fiance broke this woman's heart. She was left out in the cold by him. She had to fend for herself. She never quite got over that loss. This happened when she was younger. Okay, why are you in spirit now then, please, soul? I'm in spirit now to recuperate from my loss of him. Okay, what do you mean by that? I lost him. Did you commit suicide, please? Yes. I think this, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but it seems to be somebody from the past with him that was once his lover. Okay. But she seems to have been unbalanced emotionally and did something to herself that caused her transition. Now, and I also hear a name around this. The name is Mark. Does that name have any significance for you, please?
Mark?
Yes.
No, neither of us know Mark.
Okay. And now, do you know of a woman that was involved with him from the past?
He's told me quite a few. I mean, if you're able to get a name. I know that there's a childhood sweetheart.
Well, this is a child.
Robin.
Okay. Okay. Well, and there's no, the name Mark is very clear, so I mean, that could also be part of the woman's name. It could be Marcelina or could be M-A-R, could be Marilyn, could be something like that. This is a person that was younger. You know, he knew her when she said she knew him when she was younger, and he was younger. Okay, but she's very unbalanced emotionally, and it looks to me like she passed after that. Now, go ahead.
Well, me and Derek have been dating for a year, and not once has this ever happened.
Until recently?
So why is she barely, just these past 3 days, she's actually showing herself. I mean, I knew that she was watching us, but it hasn't been all year. I mean, it's barely started, like this month.
Have you gotten more close with Mark? You said he's your fiance. When did you get engaged, honey?
Well, we got engaged back in May, and we have a 3-month-old daughter.
Oh, so everything happened. So it's kind of recent, honey, that you moved to a new level. Did you move in together recently, or were you living together before?
We were living together before.
Okay.
I moved in back in last September.
Okay. So let me just see something if she wants to say anything. This soul and spirit. Why are you here now with her versus before? For some reason or other, she just found you recently. So that means she either transitioned to spirit recently. Okay, she could have transitioned to spirit recently, but for some reason or other, you went on her radar recently. So, in answer to your question, it's a woman that seems to be connected to your fiance in some way from the past, transitioned recently, and sought you out of late. And that would make sense because she wouldn't have known then if she wasn't in contact with your fiance when he's on Earth. But when she gets to spirit, she finds out this is happening. Now, what I wanted Do you have anything to say about that? Because I'm just going to go to try to clear her from you.
Oh God, that'd be wonderful.
All right.
Why? I know of a couple women from Derek's past, but none of them have committed suicide, as far as you know. And it's from a childhood. How would she even remember?
Well, maybe there isn't a suicide.
Exactly.
Okay, it's very difficult for me to get all the details since you can't validate everything. So if she didn't, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I misunderstood her. Okay, maybe she didn't commit suicide, but maybe she did. Okay, because he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to know everything. But these are the answers. The best I can do is give you these answers. So the only thing that you've been able to validate is that, you know, she's jealous of you with your boyfriend, your fiance, and that she's tried to pull your hair, but I heard she wants to scratch your eyes out. So those things have been validated. And the best I can say is what I'm telling you, and you have no way to validate that other than what I'm, you know, all this other stuff. So I'm going to go now to her, and I'm going to see if I can send her off. There's also a D name, like a Derek or a Debbie, that also comes into the foil here. I want to mention that to you. Okay, let me just go to her. Okay, so what I've done is I've attempted to give her a reason to go into the light, and I gave her, I sent her into the light. I can't see her going into the light today. It's a little difficult on the radio show to sit here and wait for that. So why don't you talk to your mother a little bit about sending a soul into the light if you continue to feel these feelings. Okay, Selena?
Okay, thank you.
All right, honey. Thank you so much, love. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm trying to do this fast. It's kind of hard, you know. I mean, that's like a pretty rich thing to do, you know, connecting with a soul attachment, trying to get evidence about that soul attachment, and then finding the reason that you can motivate the soul to go to the light, and then sending her into the light. But I did my very best on that. I'm going to take somebody who's been waiting a long time for a life question, and that would be Laura. Hello, Laura. Sorry to keep you waiting so long. What is your life question, please, honey?
I was wondering, when you see me getting a job in my field, I've submitted for some contracts recently.
Don't tell me anything else.
I'm wondering if
Okay, don't say anything else, love. Okay, job for Laura, please. Yeah, you're going to get something, and it's going to be more to your liking than what you had before. It's the first of the four, and I think it's the first one that you submitted. It's the one you want the most, and it also in a sequence of timelines, it seems to be the first one that you've applied for. That one has the best flexibility, the best pay, the most need for you and your skills, so that there'll be continuity in the contract. I think you work as a contractor. I'm not sure if we've already had this conversation and I'm projecting, or if you do, you know, I don't know where I'm getting that from. Do you work as a contractor, Laura?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we've had some time together, private time. Yeah, it's a contractor, though. It is a contracting position, but it's so... it's very, there's a need for you. So it's like having a full-time job. It's a long-term contract. There's a very strong need. It's a long project. It won't expire quickly. I believe you do corporate training. Is that correct, honey?
Yeah, I do that. And I also write and develop the training.
Yeah, well, you're good at that.
Yeah, well, I don't remember which one was the first one. So are they giving me an idea which industry
90 seconds.
Then I would know.
Yeah, I hear the word insurance.
Insurance.
Did you apply for anything in insurance?
No, I did pharmaceutical, transportation, and I forgot what the other one was recently.
Well, what's the one you want the most? What's the one?
Financial.
It's probably the financial one. Insurance is financial in a way. Okay, so that's probably what it is. I don't know why.
60 seconds.
I don't know why they said insurance, but I always have to honor what I get. But insurance is a part of the financial industry, so we'll go with financial there. But it's the one that you also want the most. Okay, so out of those three, which one do you want the most, love?
I don't know.
Well, it will have a lot of need for you, and the project will continue, and it looks like you'll be there as long as you want. It's also very lucrative, so it probably pays better than the other two. So that is your answer, my dear. The show's about to end. I want to thank you so much for calling in, honey.
Thanks, Laura.
Thanks. Thank you, love. Bye-bye.
Good day.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much for calling in today. Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we will continue this wonderful adventure. And again, if you'd like a private session, just go to booklaura.com. If you put radio show in the
10
day,
seconds.
you will get a 25% discount. Namaste. Bye-bye.